Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be taking a sneak peek at Gold Mythic Carson, who is going to be an advanced token wheel character coming to RTS. Visually, we've had Carsons in the past. He hasn't been a super common character. He's got the same old style of haircut, you know, Carson. Part of the saviors, as you can see, but visually, like I say, he looks kind of cool. Kind of interesting. He looks more geared out like for some sort of tactical assault, but he has got the blade like a gladius. These characters coming out with their ancient weapons must have raided a museum or something. I'm not actually sure what's going on here, but yeah, we've had Carsons in the past. I remember there was a defense down, attack down Carson that was actually pretty cool. It might have been a 5-star character quite a long time ago, and I think he was usable in 5-star arenas when that did exist. But we're gonna see what this character has to offer. As you see on the left-hand side, his stat balance is very heavily towards HP. Defense is next, and then attack is way down. Defensive fighter looks very likely. He is a fast character, a medic, and he is going to be joining the Savior's Allegiance, so potential for faction assault. But being a more defensive fighter by the looks of things, he'd have to have something very specific in his kit to work for faction assault, because he doesn't look too offensive-minded based on those stats. Now, I'll be doing a bit more of a deeper technical look at this character once I get him on the test region. In the meantime, we're just going to be having a glance at his kit to see what he's going to be bringing to the game. And first up is going to be the Adrenaline Rush. It is called Combat Technician. It's a 55 AP cost rush. This character gets 100% defense for 2 turns and heals for 30% of their max HP for 2 turns. Deal 10% of this character's max HP as main damage to an enemy, plus 2 main targets while battling on the defense team. So the first half of this is very self-sustained, pretty good though. Massive defense buff and a pretty decent heal. That's 60% of the total HP over 2 turns. That's pretty decent. The 2-turn defense buff is pretty good too. Based on the turnaround, there might be like a 1-turn window when that defense buff is going to be down after he first gets it off, just in terms of how quickly he's going to be able to get that rush up again. But that's not too terrible. 100% defense is pretty good indeed. Now, that's going to be a speech bubble buff. Obviously, can be removed and so on and so forth, but it is very effective when it is up. He's taking damage. The second half is interesting. He is going to be able to work on an attack team, but it's only going to be single target. I don't know how good 10% of his max HP is going to be good against defense team characters, but it will be good against attack team characters. He's probably going to be able to get up to over 100k HP. He can work with characters that boost HP, for instance Martinez, so he can get boost to that. So that is worth noting. And obviously he hits 3 targets when he is on the defense team, so obviously more overall damage is going to come out. Any sort of dogpiling that's going to come out on top of that is going to be horrendous for the attack team. Main basically means that it reduces the max HP. So for instance, if someone's got 25,000 max HP and they take 15,000 maim, now they've got 10,000 max HP. Even if you get healed up, it isn't going to actually heal you up. You have to cleanse the actual maim itself, which can proc other things. But yeah, the maim is pretty dreadful to deal with, if they don't even get one shot in the first place, which they could potentially. We'll test this out, like I said, when I get this character on the test region. Now, as we go across to the signature with this, is where there's a lot of power here. Healthy shields, initial cooldown of turn 1, cooldown of 2 turns, number of uses unlimited. All other teammates get a Guardian Shield. All fast teammates get 100% heal reduction resistance for 2 turns. So the first half means that up to 4 teammates, well 5 on road maps and stuff if you're using an ally leader, but in war situation, up to 4 teammates will get a Guardian Shield. This will work on attack or defense by the looks of things, so you could potentially use this character on attack if you wanted to kind of punch up a little bit if you're having issues, or if you had a certain idea when it came to, you know, taking down certain characters like Payback or something and you didn't have that much camouflage on your team. I guess there could be options, but on a defense team it's brutal. I don't like Guardian Shields myself in terms of having to take them out, because the only real way you can take them out is by hitting them, and that uses your turn, skills, so on and so forth. Unless you can get someone in with like a splash weapon or something like that. I'm not really sure who could do that. Maybe Axel 2K had pretty decent splash, but other than that, it's pretty much just one character, and it's very problematic. Guardian Shields are very good. All fast teammates getting 100% heal reduction resistance is nice. Obviously, it means that they're going to stop the heal reduction coming in, so They're going to be able to heal as much as possible. When they get revived, their health's going to be as high as it potentially could, so they won't have like reduced HP based on heal reduction. So that's actually pretty nice. And they obviously can't get revive blocked either with the 100% heal reduction. Now, this character looks like he's going to be teaming up with Davey pretty well, just because he's going to be buffing a lot of fast characters. He could also jump into one of those Tyrese defense teams pretty easily, because there's loads of fast characters there. Got like Tyrese, Jesus, Martinez, and sometimes like Eris or Laupo or something like that. So there's definitely characters already set up to actually get the best out of this, which is obviously great. Now, when it comes to the Guardian Shield prioritization, it will always go to the characters with the lowest HP first, just how it basically goes. Now, it will go to all other teammates when it's fully maxed out. We'll have to check out the upgrades when I get this character on this test region. For instance, it could be like 2 Guardian Shields at grade 5 and then 4 at limit break 3 or something like that, so we'll have to check that out. Now, we'll check out his mythic abilities. The first one he's got is Spirit. He is a medic, so that means that any healing he does, he will give 20% as bonus HP. Now, it's actually healing he actually does to characters. So, for instance, when he does his rush, unless he's actually healing himself, he won't get any bonus HP from Spirit, but he'll get bonus HP from other things. Now, we'll look at the next one. It's called Neck Protection. 100% decap resistance, obviously, you know, just does exactly what it says. It's going to be 100% decapitation resistance, which is great. There are characters that apply this on their signature moves, on their rushes and stuff like that, but this is going to be from the beginning of the fight. And this can't be stolen away. It can't be a buff that's stolen away. It can be bypassed by a character that has control as a decap, but most decaps, if not all that I know of, are actually going to be damage roll characters. So they've got no problem with that at the moment. However, if this character does get crosshairs applied to them and is taken out by someone with the control roll, I'm going to actually say it shouldn't make any difference in that case, because it's the actual application of the crosshairs which is based on the resistances, and when he's taken out, it's based on him having crosshairs on him, and obviously he'll always resist the decap. We'll check that out once I get this character on the test region, like I say, but I'm pretty sure he can't get decapped under any circumstance unless a character comes out with decap as a specialist skill that is also a controller. Now, the last 2 passives, the first is called Quick Healing. When being attacked, 100% chance this character heals by 20% of their max HP for each fast teammate on their team. Won't heal self if at max HP, and bonus HP when attacked. So this means that if he has got 100% max HP and 100% bonus HP, and he gets attacked for, let's say, 50% of his bonus HP, someone does enough damage to do that, he won't heal himself in that particular hit, he'll heal himself on the next hit. That's just worth noting. The last passive is called Faulty Start. At the start of each wave, 50% chance to damage roll enemies get dazed for 2 turns. This is actually kind of brutal, particularly against certain damage roll characters. Signature moves are very, very powerful on the likes of Agent 46 and Raven. These are very powerful signature moves, which is actually kind of rare. Most of the time, attack team power is in adrenaline rushes, and signature moves is where the power is on defense team characters. But there are a couple of attack team characters that have actually really good sigs. This is also going to be against Titan. That normalize is nice, so you know, losing that for a couple of turns isn't great. Now, it has got a 50% chance to apply it to 2. It won't be individually to, you know, each one. It will either be 2 characters get dazed or no characters get dazed. Now, obviously, you can mod characters with resistances to try and get around this. This character is not a control character, so he's not going to get any bonuses there. But it does mean you're going to have to go off of something that is more of a priority a lot of the time, something like Taunt or Stun or something like this, to go for Daze Resist, just because of Carson here. Also, if you wanted to super cheese a team, you could potentially put this guy behind an Alpha and then potentially daze the entire team, because I'm pretty sure Alpha's leader skill is dazing 3. Now, he wouldn't get the leader skill bonus, but that would definitely work. Now, you have already seen it. He has got a specialist skill, and it is going to be Overheal 2. This means that every time he heals himself, any excess is going to be given as bonus HP to the entire team. If this character were to be healed over 100% HP, this character and all teammates get bonus HP equal to 50% of the amount healed over 100% HP, regardless of any heal reduction affecting those teammates. So that's actually really powerful, of course. Now, he does get the heal reduction resist from his own signature move. That's worth noting as well. That's the only way you can actually reduce this in terms of like the heal reduction Like I said, teammates, it doesn't affect. Now, he of course can hold a fast healing weapon, and this will proc every single turn potentially. His rush is also going to make this happen, maybe proc twice. Also, that signature move where he gets healed based on being attacked, again, can make it proc multiple times potentially, depending on how many times he gets hit. I think Overhealth 2 probably is the most prominent in a fast character's hands just because of the weapon potential they have. Now, moving on to the weapon that he has in his hands, it is Carson's guarding short sword that looks like a Roman gladius. He has got 40% HP, 40% defense on this, improved party healing at the start of each wave, heal all teammates for 40% of their max HP, and then the last slot has reduced all rush damage this character takes by 30%. Now, the third slot is interesting because it will instantly proc his specialist skill, and that means everybody should receive 20% of Carson's max HP as bonus HP straight away, because it's going to be 50% of the heal that he's going to initially receive. If this character has 100,000, that means everyone's getting 20,000 bonus HP, and obviously for every 10,000 past that, it's an extra 2,000 bonus HP. You don't necessarily have to use this weapon. You could go for your standard HP defense, absolute defense, fast healing. It depends on how much bonus HP you want to get on this character and his team early on in the fight. You could have other characters that potentially could have early heals as well. There are definitely some options when it comes to his weapon. It starts off as a 5-star, so you can decide to upgrade his weapon slowly, deciding on what to do with it, and use another weapon in the meantime. Like I say, there are options. So that was just a little quick sneak peek of Carson. His kit looks pretty interesting. It's going to be cool to see him on the actual test server just to see how these things actually work. By the looks of things, he's going to work quite nicely on a Davy defense team. So if you did pick up Davy with the Ultra tokens, and you've got advanced tokens available, this looks like a character that could pair quite well on a team with him. Now, hopefully I'll have that technical gameplay preview in the next couple of days. I will also be running the advanced token giveaway on that video if you're so interested. However, if you have any thoughts on Carson as he stands, please let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.